World War II ended in 1945. The world exhaled. The bombs stopped falling. The guns went silent. White flags waved in the wind. But, deep in the jungles of the Philippines, one Japanese soldier refused to believe it. And he kept on fighting, for nearly 30 years after the war had ended. His name was Hiroo Onoda, an intelligence officer of the Imperial Japanese Army. In 1945, he was ordered to hold his position on Lubang Island in the Philippines. The last command from his superiors: fight until you receive direct orders to withdraw. Then, American planes dropped leaflets announcing the war had ended. But Onoda didn't believe it. He thought it was a trap. And so, he stayed in the jungle. Years passed. His comrades died one by one. Some surrendered. But Onoda, still in uniform, still cleaning his rifle, still sneaking through the jungle at night, lived as if the war had never ended. Time passed. 10 years. Then 20. Then 29. It wasn't until 1974 that a young Japanese student, Norio Suzuki, set out to find him in the jungle. And when he did, Onoda still refused to believe the war was over. Unless the very officer who gave him the order came to revoke it. The Japanese government had to track down his former commanding officer, now working as a bookseller. The officer put on his old uniform, entered the jungle, and said, "Onoda, you may lay down your arms. Japan lost, a long time ago." Hiroo Onoda surrendered, in 1974. He bowed, handed over his sword, and wept. Not because he had lost the war, but because the world had changed. And he had been left behind. It's not just a story about loyalty. It's a strange kind of tragedy. When a man lives in the past for so long, he no longer sees that peace had arrived long ago. If this story left you speechless, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Because sometimes, history's truths ache deeper than legend.